Gamma Jova, dear students, in this video we will provide information and details about the course Backend Programming with Python. It's my pleasure to present you Hristo Yonchev. He is our trainer who will be leading this course. Please, Hristo, tell our students more about yourself, your experience, and how many years you have been working in the IT industry.
Hello, Gergana. Hello, everybody. My name is Hristo Yonchev. I'm a senior software developer working as a developer for the last 20 years, also using C#, .NET, Python, Django for web development. So also have pretty a lot of experience with SQL Server, web and desktop development, databases with SQL Server, as I mentioned, and so on. Also, in my job, I'm mainly using C# and Python as programming languages.
Thank you very much. Next question for you is, according to your observation, what is demand for such professionals like backend programmer with Python?
Yeah, from my observations, the last years, there is very high demand for Python developers, Python specialists, not only just Python developers, but Python data analysts, and so on and so on. Everybody knows that Python is one of the most popular programming languages in the last years. Not only the last 1-2 years, probably the last 5-6 years. It is always the top one, the number one programming language in the world. Get the crown from other very popular languages like C++ and Java. So it's very often used in different areas like web development, programming, data analysis, machine learning, and test automation. So many people can ask if Python is worth learning these days. And of course, the answer is yes, because it's first easy to learn. It is very readable, and the industry search for many Python developers. The demand for Python developers increased by 41% worldwide. Undoubtedly, it offers the most promising career, and this demand for Python developers is growing every time. So there is a reason why this high position programming language is so necessary. It's very, very often used in new projects which starts from scratch.
Great, thank you very much. And please tell us a bit more about the course. What topics will be covered and what practical exercise it will include?
Our course will include numerous modules. We're going to start with an overview of Python, and later about the Python environment, how we set up the Python environment. Later, understanding what is the Python language, what is the difference between the dynamic type of languages like Python and other type of languages like C#, C++, Java, and so on and so on. Later, we're going to start with the basic concepts in Python, like for control, statements, sequences, like list and tuples, and what is the difference between immutable and mutable types. Later, we're going to continue with other collections like dictionaries and sets. After that, we're going to discuss how to execute different operations against these sequences. Later, we're going to continue with working with files and the file system, opening specific files, binary or textual files, and so on and so on, working with directories, for example. After that, we will continue with functions, how to define and use functions, define arguments of the functions, and so on. Later, we're going to continue with the error and exception handling. We're going to discuss also modules and packages, because this is a very important topic in Python. After that, we're going to continue with the object-oriented programming and classes with Python. Later, we're going to continue with the regular expressions, how to match a string to a specific regular expression. And after that, we'll continue with the Python standard library, like working with dates and times. Later, we'll continue with more advanced data handling topics. After that, with network services. And of course, at the end, we're going to discuss some real-world, real-life applications with Python. What's important in bigger projects with Python. And if the time permits, probably it will, we're going to discuss database development for Python developers, how to write queries, select, insert, update, deletes, for example, queries, and how we send these queries from Python to the relational or non-relational databases. So this is our topics that we're going to cover in our course.
Great, thank you very much. And how would you define the prerequisites for this course? What skills should potential students already have to get the most from the training?
That's a good question. There is no so serious prerequisites or requirements for this course. The course starts from really the beginning. What is Python and what are the basic construct statements and in Python, the Python programming language. So I think if you have good basic computer knowledge and you have some fundamental knowledge about programming and software development, you can participate in this course.
Thank you very much. And please tell us, what international certificate will our students get after successfully passing the exam at the end of the training course?
At the end of our training course, we're going to cover, as you see, a lot of topics. So you will be perfectly prepared for this certificate, which is called Certified Associate in Python Programming. This certificate is an internationally recognized certificate from Python Institute. So this certificate will focus on object-oriented programming, working with different aspects in the programming with Python, how to work with, for example, modules, packages, files, error handling, and all the stuff that we mentioned before. So our course will fully cover all the topics in this certificate. So from my point of view, if you participate in the course and if you learn everything that we discuss in the course, you should very easily take this exam.
Great. And what job positions are suitable for specialists who just completed this course?
This course and these certificates are perfectly applicable for everybody that wish later to continue as a software developer or security network engineer in Internet of Things or data analyst, because everything that we're going to discover is and we're going to cover in this course is perfectly valid for data analysts, machine learning specialists, test automation, and any other software engineering roles which are using Python.
Great, thank you very much. And what can be the next step for the students after they take this training course?
From my point of view, after this course, there is two options. They can continue their education in Python with other courses, more specialized, like, for example, web development, maybe with Django, maybe with another framework for web development, maybe in data analysis area, maybe in automation testing, or they can just start and search a job with a role as a software developer, data analyst, or tester, because this course is perfectly enough for you to start as a junior software developer from my point of view.
Thank you very much, Hristo, for taking time to speak with us today. Thank you. Your experience and advice will be a great resource for our students as they consider their option for application. Thank you again. We look forward to see you in your training. Bye-bye.
See you soon. Bye-bye.